welcome to week 4. That's right, we are in week 4 of troubleshooting computer systems. You know, we're on the downhill slope, so that's a good thing, right? Had a good class so far, and I want you guys to be sure you finish strong this week. Okay, so what are we going to talk about this week? This week we're talking about optimizing and troubleshooting Windows operating systems. Also patching, how you upgrade patches on Windows. We're going to get into things like video and video monitors, and you're going to get some introduction into things called CRTs, or cathode ray tubes. Now, you don't see a lot of those. If you remember back in the day, you know, when you had the big TV that was that big, that had a cathode ray tube in it. They don't even make those anymore. So all the monitors that you see today, they are either LCD, liquid crystal diodes, or LED, light emitting diodes. And you're going to get some exposure to those as well. Now, a topic that we are going to cover is computer security. Now, I love this because this is where I work. I'm a cybersecurity analyst for Raytheon, like I said before. So some of the things we're going to cover is some of the, like malware or malicious software. And I'm sure we've all been exposed to that, you know, when things like spam, and we always get that spam and junk mail. But when we say malicious software, we're talking about things like viruses and worms and botnets. So you'll be exposed to those. Also, now, one of the biggest areas, believe it or not, for cybersecurity or protecting your computer is something we call social engineering. Yes. This is how people are able to extract information from you using social means. When you get the phone calls where they're asking for information and those things, that is really still one of our greatest exploits. So we'll talk more about social engineering. We'll talk about an area that I like to call how do you protect your computer? Well, you know what? Protecting your computer is very similar to protecting your home. Yeah. The concepts are the same. Why? Because the bad guys are the same. You know, that's the great thing. Yeah. Since the creation of the world, the heart of man really hasn't changed a lot. The motives of man really hadn't changed a lot. Now, technology has changed, but at the heart of the human, we still want to take advantage of each other, and we still try to exploit each other. Been doing it for hundreds and thousands of years. The only difference is today we use technology or a computer to do that. Now, when you think about your home, there's a process that you use to let people in and out of your house. Same process we use with our computers and with our networks. It's what I call the I4As. Okay, what is that? Identification, authentication, authorization, access control, and auditing. Okay, so let me give you this example. You know me, I love analogies. Okay, so let's say if I came to your house, knocked on the door, ring the doorbell at 2 o'clock in the morning. What is the first thing you want to do? You want to see who it is. You want to look out the peephole and you want to see some identification, right? So you want me to show you some identification. All right? Are you going to open the door then? Maybe, maybe not, because next what you're probably going to do is you got to authenticate the identification. Am I really who I say I am? Because it could be anyone holding up a driver's license or an ID card. So now you look at me, you look at the ID, and you authenticate. That's the same thing you do when you log into your computer. You type your password, your username, password, that's identification, and then there's software in your computer that authenticates. If you type the correct password, you are authenticated, and guess what? It lets you in. Just like if you authenticate, yeah, that's who he says he is. You open the door, let me in. Okay, so now I'm inside. Here I am, looking around your house, going, wow, nice house. Next part is authorization. Just because you let me into your house doesn't mean that I am authorized to go anywhere in your house, correct? Authorization. Where can I go while I'm here? For instance, if I had never been to your house before and you identify me, authenticate, and come in, and I say, hey, look, can I go up to your bedroom? The answer is going to probably no. You can stay right here in the hallway and don't touch anything. That's the same thing that happens when you log in to your computer, especially like I said, let's say if you're at work. You are authorized to go certain places on your work network. And depending on what permissions you have. You're authorized to go maybe to this website. You may be authorized to go to this share drive, just like you would authorize me to only go a couple of places in your house. Now, so you authorize me to go into your living room. Okay, you can come in here and sit down. That's as far as I'm gonna let you go, and use the hall bathroom. Now the next thing is, okay, even though I'm authorized, what can I do while I'm here? That's authentication, access control, access control. So just because I'm sitting on the couch in your living room doesn't mean that I can automatically pick up your remote control or start flipping through your checkbook and anything else that may be in the living room, or start messing with your stereo equipment, right? Why? Because I don't have access control. You're not going to give me access to these things, even though I'm authorized to be there. That's the same thing you have in your network and your computer system. Just because you're authorized maybe to go to a shared drive at your work doesn't mean that you have access to every file that's on that shared drive, meaning that other people may lock down access. So access control. Now, the last part of this I-4A is auditing. And what is auditing? That's the tracking what you did while you were here, which means that once I get up and leave your home, you probably, if you're smart, you're probably gonna look around and go, did he take anything while he was here? Look around to be sure everything is the way it was before you left. Auditing. Same thing happens on your computer, on your network. Guarantee that if, let's say, your network that you work on at work, you are being audited, meaning that everywhere you go on that network, people like me, who are cybersecurity guys, we are watching where you're going. So you're being audited. So if you try to go somewhere where you aren't supposed to, and you keep trying over and over, it's going to raise a flag, and we're going to go, stop, don't belong here, and probably kick you off the network. So that's how this, in a similar manner, how you protect the assets, the critical assets in your home, is how we protect computer network systems. Now this is a little bigger than what we're going to talk about in this class, because they're kind of just talking about computers, but I think that's important to know. Last thing I'm going to do this week is what? You got it. Another message in a minute. Yes, this one, knowing the heart. Now I will say, this is by far one of my favorites because I use a concept that's known as the Johari Window. And if you ever had taken any sociology classes or psychology classes, you may have heard of this thing called the Johari Window. If you haven't, you'll be exposed to it in the video. Okay, listen. I gotta get going. I'm almost out of time, almost out of tape, and I gotta go eat dinner. Okay, listen, I hope you guys have a nice, relaxing, week 4. If you have any questions, like I always say, be sure to email me, text me, send like I said, carrier pigeon, a donkey, whatever it takes. You can call me by airplane, you can reach me by, no, that was a song, right? We won't go there. Listen, have a great week 4. Take care.